Have you ever heard a song that you can relate to that reminds you of the hometown that you grew up in? Whether it be a small town or a big city girl, it's totally something you can see in your hometown. Well, I found a song that's completely North of 7. For anybody who doesn't know what North of 7 is, North of 7 is what they refer to for anybody that lives north of Highway 7 in the Tweed, Madoc, Marmora, Caladar area. So basically, I'm north of 7. They think of us as inbreds, incest, hillbillies, out of the country, hicks, weird people. Madoc even, has somebody that like to diddle sheep. So north of 7. Well, I heard this song and it was totally north of 7 because it has everything that north of 7 stands for. People in my area, they get bored of their wife, they switch with their best friend, and now they're married, and his cousin is her cousin who's her sister, and his grandmother is also his aunt, and it's really weird. My family's not like that, thankfully. It gets confusing. So I heard this song and I'm like, this is totally north of 7. And I'm gonna sing it with no music. I'm trying to give you a taste of what north of 7 is. So it's called I'm My Own Grandpa. Many, many years ago when I was 23, I was married to a widow as pretty as can be. This widow had a grown-up daughter who had hair of red. My father fell in love with him and soon they two were wed. This made my dad my son-in-law and really changed my life. For now my daughter was my mother, course she was my father's wife. And to complicate the matter, even though it brought me joy, I soon became the father of a bouncing baby boy. My little baby then became a brother-in-law to Dad, and so he became my uncle, though it made me very sad, for if he were my uncle, then that also made him brother of the widow's grown-up daughter, who of course was my stepmother. Now, my father's wife then had a son who kept him on the run, and he became my grandchild, for he was my daughter's son. My wife is now my mother's mother, and it makes me blue, because although she is my wife, she's my grandmother too. Now, if my wife is my grandmother and I'm her grandchild, then the thought of it really drives me wild, 'cause now I have become the strangest case you ever saw. As husband of my grandmother, I am my own grandpa. Oh, I'm my own grandpa. I'm my own grandpa. It sounds funny, I know, but it really is so. Oh, I'm my own grandpa. Can you relate? Can you see why this is totally north of 7? I know everybody I went to school with will totally understand this. Have a great day. There's my video.